All right. Hey there. This is John from Heroes and Legends. Third time's a charm, right? Third verse, same as the first. I'm going to try to get this stream working today. Everything seems to be fine. I don't know why I keep getting disconnected. Like the connection's fine, and then it's like everything kind of crashes. So I think it's my PC doing something and not my connection. So we're going to go. And we're going to get this done this time. So, okay. As people are coming back in, hopefully people will come back. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to one of our patrons, our silver patron members, Drew Hartl. Drew, thank you for your support. I appreciate you. I like to do this before the streams and before the videos. Say thank you to the gold, silver patrons, and also the hero and legend tier channel members, and the legend tier channel members from YouTube. But Drew, thank you so much for the support. I couldn't do this without viewers like yourself, and I truly appreciate everything. It really goes a long way. Truly. So thank you, Drew. Been a patron for a long time. Thank you. And let's see here if people are starting to come in, hopefully. Looks like everything's working right now. Okay. All right. So, if it's going well, if the audio's all right and everything, if you let me know in the chat, that'd be nice. And we were talking about Lorcana when I went out the last time. So the first time I tried to start the stream, it lasted like a few seconds, and everything kind of crashed on me. Last time it lasted about 5-6 minutes, and then everything crashed on me. So, I've completely reset everything now, so let's just see what happens. If we can get this thing going here. Now, I'm sure it's not going to send out any notifications or anything now, so I don't know how many people will be here, but that's alright. Who's here is who's here, right? Alright. So, what I might do in the meantime, I know people are probably still filtering in, but I also know that without notifications, I don't know how many people will be filtering in. So, might as well just get started here, since we already wasted a lot of time messing with stuff. And if it goes out, I guess it goes out. I'll do this quick drafts, just in case I have to mess around with any settings or anything. We won't miss any picks. It's a little bot drafting here, and do a little murders at Karlov Manor. And pack one, pick one. What do we get? All right. Hide in plain sight. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Cloak 2 of them. Put the rest at the bottom. That's pretty good. Good green rare to start things off. Each creature you control deals 1 damage to that creature. 3 or more creatures attack this turn. Good for Boros especially, but I mean, a lot of successful decks in this format end up being aggro decks no matter what color they are. So I like Dogwalker a lot. I mean, that's going right into 2 colors and it's a common, so I probably won't first pick that. But I will pick, I think, Hide in Plain Sight. I mean, it's powerful sorcery. It's going to let you get board presence. That's what you want. Only costs 4. I think that makes a lot of sense, actually. And we're passing, I mean, I don't know how the bots are going to be doing this, but we are passing some green here. But anyway, let's just take this card and see what happens. All right, long goodbye. I found that black is not really my favorite color in this format. It just seems like it has a uphill battle. Even though it has great removal just isn't as good as you think it is in this format. A lot of small creatures, a lot of disguise. It's really about getting kind of ahead on board state more than anything. And sometimes just taking the turn off to cast a removal spell, you think it's putting you ahead, but if that's your whole turn and your opponent drops 2 disguise creatures next turn, it's like you're always behind. So this one's Sample Collector. When this attacks, you may collect evidence. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. That one's not too bad. There's some gold cards. I mean, Course to Kill, probably the best card here that's jumping out at me. because it is removal, but it gives you board presence 2 in the form of a 1/1 Death Touch creature, which is good. I mean, I don't know if I'm crazy again about grabbing a gold card at this level, at this point, especially black and blue, which feel like the weakest colors in the set. So yeah. And there's white. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, I mean, that's probably decent. I mean, they went this way. Might be just a speculative grab if I want to go for kind of the 5 color green deck, which is a thing. I guess I'll take Sample Collector, though. I actually think this is pretty decent. It is a 2/3 for a decent casting cost here of just 3. So, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. It keeps us open a little bit and see. Hopefully, we can see what colors remain open. Novice Inspector is good. Like, very good common there. Curious Inquiry. Again, I just hate blue. I hate blue and black in this format, which is ironic because I usually really like playing blue and black. There's green white. But, you know, I look at this stuff. It's sitting here. I mean, Bite Down on Crime's not bad. Decent removal card. It is a little conditional, though, and I have had trouble with this before. But when it works, it does work. I might just go with the Novice Inspector here. I just think there's a ton of value in that card. And it seems like we're getting past a lot of white. I mean, Make Your Move is, like, decent. I mean, this is a little combat trick that can help you. Make Your Move or Gearbane Orangutan. I actually like this card quite a bit. It's done some work when I've played it. Again, considering we're a little bit later in the pack here. So I'm just thinking, well, this is the only red card in the pack. White has seemed more open. So let's just go with this and just see what happens. Alright, is this our first pack? No, actually, I don't think it is. Oh, I like Red Herring, too. I mean, if we're getting past Red Herring late, there's also 10th Street Gossip. That's really not a bad card at all if we want to try to move into red. Let's see what happens. Let's take this and just kind of see where it goes. Vengeful Tracker. It's also Crowd Control Warden's very good. It's on color. We have Suspicious Detonation. We don't know if we're in red yet. I think the safer pick here is just going to be this. It's solid. Nothing wrong with that card at all. Person of Interest, I like that a lot, actually. Call of Surprise Witness isn't horrible. Little conditional. Hey, Bob, thanks for coming back. So far it's working. I reset everything. I don't know what was going on. It feels like my connection was fine, but I think my computer was doing something weird because it kept just sort of falling out. Like everything shut down, not just the stream, but like all the game and everything. So, all right, I might take Person of Interest. Let's see where that goes. What meta? Gearbane Orangutan, I think is decent. We already have a Make Your Move. Let's take this. We're kind of in 3 colors right now, but let's see where it goes. Yeah, I haven't been too impressed by this. I mean, if you have other synergies, that's fine. I guess blue's open. Nobody likes blue or black. Hey, thanks, Thomas. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here, too, for the stream. That's awesome. Well, I'll take this because it's in our colors, but I don't know if I'm playing it. I don't really like this that much either. I mean, it's probably okay. At least it investigates, but I'm not really thrilled with any of these late picks here. Okay, well, it is what it is. Let's see where we go from here. Okay, I mean, Lightning Helix, that's a thing, definitely. We don't have any removal yet. We're going to need to think about that. I love Novice Inspector, but we can probably get another one of those. I also like Rift Burst Hellion quite a bit. So this is a great pack. I mean, we should wheel something here. We also have this this card here. That's good too. What we need to focus on, I think, is 2 drops and some removal, and then a few high-end creatures. So basically everything. We need everything after the first pack. Like right now, I don't know. Are we still possibly 5-color green? Or are we moving into Boros? Might be moving into Boros. Okay. Alright, probably not going to mess around with blue at this juncture. There's another Novice Inspector. There's another Person of Interest, too. I do like Person of Interest a lot. I like Novice Inspector a lot. I'm hoping maybe we can wheel the first one. Probably not, though, but maybe we'll get another one. I could take a second Person of Interest and feel good about that. Here's a Rift Burst Hellion. I like that. We might just move out of white here, or splash it. I mean, we can. If we move out of it, we're taking this out. We're probably taking this out. This we can still run if we're green, so that's fine. Helix, I would probably splash for at this point. So let's see what's going on. I mean, this is probably the pick. I mean, it would be nice to grab one of these as well, since we are dabbling in some different colors here. Let's go with this, though. Innocent Bystander. That's actually pretty good. This is our first pack, I think, too, right? Or no, actually no, it was not. I think that Call of Surprise Witnesses was in the first pack. We need 2 drops, so let's prioritize that. There's a Bite Down on Crime. Now I'm getting a little more desperate for removal as time goes on. So let's take it. I like Offender at Large. I think that's actually been good for me when I've played it in the past. I should ask, too, if anyone is listening. Is the audio okay now that I restarted everything? It says it is, but you know how that goes. Fender at Large, yeah, I guess so. Concealed Weapon. I mean, I'm not crazy about Rubble Belt Braggart. Still slightly on the low side. Okay. Once I finish this draft, I'll mess with it a little more. I did bring it up a bit, so should be better. Although I wonder, hang on. Let me just move my mic a little and see if that changes anything. You think it's alright, Becky? Okay. I'll see it. Let me just try to go maybe move the mic a little bit and see what that does, and then if I need to, I can put it up. So what do we want to do with this? I guess I'll grab that. not thrilling, but we need those 2-drops. We're not getting any red herrings to show up now. Once we kind of committed to red. This was our first original pack, I believe. Another one of these, I'll take that. That's actually very good. I think pack 3, we need removal, we need 2-drops more than anything right now. I'm going to take that. That actually might... right now, it's probably very playable. Slime against humanity. Okay, whatever. I did see someone play that against me in a draft, actually. And they had the card that gives everything wither, so it kind of made sense. Okay. Okay. Alright. Assassin's Trophy, that's the thing. I do like Giant Weaver. There's a red herring in here. I mean, there's another lightning helix, but that's getting awkward now. Innocent bystander. Wow, we really didn't wheel anything from pack 2, did we? I was really hoping we'd get something. I might take the red herring here since they are apparently so hard to get. Culvert Ambusher's okay. At least it's disguised. I like Glint Weaver a lot too. I mean, that might be worth the grab here. Just because it is an uncommon, we probably won't have another chance at it. Lightning Helix is good, but I also want something that can take out something a little larger at this point too. Let's go with this though. Fanatical Strength. Double Strike Trample. Disguise. That's aggressive. Definitely don't want another one of those. Yeah, let's go with that. There's one of these. Hydra Distributor. Oh, this actually is not a bad card at all. Again, I kind of want to find the 2-drops, and I want to find, you know, maybe even a little fixing, but okay, we'll take that. Time is running out. How are we on? Innocent bystander, yikes. Okay. I mean, do we just need to take this stupid thing? We may have to. I mean, there's Sample Collector, but I don't want to fall behind at the 2 spot. I mean, we have plenty of 3s. Take that. Another one of these. This is very good, too. Eavesdropper's great. I mean, a 3rd one of these would not be bad either. It's another one of these. That feels a little overkill, though. Yikes. I'm gonna go with that this time around. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? It's a 1-drop. I think we gotta take it for the curve. Demand answers. Wow, I'm just not crazy about any of this. Do we have a lot of humans? Although that just seems like play that and just fall behind. In this format, anyway. I mean, we may have to just take that and kind of use it as removal. Because we never really got our removal. We never really got enough 2-drops. That's interesting, but can we sack an artifact consistently? Probably not. Prime Novelists. That. Okay, that's huge. We need that. Definitely. Another one of these. Not super thrilled about that. Might have to play that. Alright, let's see if we can hobble a deck together here. This is kind of rough. This is kind of rough. How many creatures do we end up with? I think we did good. They're 19 creatures, so that's good. Our removal's tight, but I think in the end our actual creature curve and all that I think is pretty decent. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, let's keep that for now. I don't think I have any flying creatures. That's opponent anyway, so that's fine. Okay. Don't have much to cut here. I actually like, once you get past the first two spots in our deck, I kind of like what we have. I mean, bite down is going to be key. I mean, this is good too. Hide in plain sight's really good. I mean, all this stuff is real strong here. I mean, I don't know if I love two of these, but I don't have much up in this end. I mean, that's got disguise. This doesn't. This does. Those two do. That doesn't. That does. That does let us investigate. So we're going to keep that for sure. We'll keep that. We could probably cut Crime Novelist here. I don't think it's doing much for us. And we still have, what, 18 creatures then? Hide in plain sight's technically not a creature, but kind of is. So, like, that's a thing. I don't know how great. This just never plays well. One thing I do know I'm going to do, at least for right now, we'll figure out the rest of the mana later. Yeah, good call. That can go. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, definitely. It's way too situational. So we just have to make one more cut here. That's not too bad. We did end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops and a 1-drop. That's probably fine. I hate having to do this, but I feel like we might have to do that. Yeah, agreed, Bob. It's very situational. And there's not a lot of great flyers in this. And sometimes when you do have flyers, it turns out they're like the token Thopters. Part of me is almost like, cut one of these things. Because they just never seem to work out for me. And there's 40. So for green, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And for red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So we do have a 1-drop red, and we got some double red. So Maybe just do this. Yeah, the Saga would be expendable because it does kind of tempo you. I mean, you get the counters when you play it, I guess, but I kind of want to try it, especially with these big creatures. Yeah, for the Helix, I think I just have to. Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. But my removal is Helix. We're gonna have to somehow make Fanatical Strength a removal spell. And we have a Bite Down on Crime. I think that's it, right? Which is fine, actually. Like I'd like to have like 4 removal spells in these decks. If I can finagle Fanatical Strength being a removal spell, then we kind of like have 3. But again, this being off colors was super weird. Because, yeah, we could, if we weren't doing that, we dump the Helix, we dump the, they went this way, and then we don't have to worry about the splash at all. And then, yeah, we could put in, I don't know if I have anything great, like we could put in the Rebel Belt, Crime Novelist, something like that. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't love it, but let's see what it does. You never know. Maybe we'll get lucky. All right. Yeah, Beanpot. Like under these circumstances, I just think it's like, I don't know if we have much of a choice. Yeah, very true. Especially considering it's a 2 casting cost. And it's usually something you'd like to get out early, right? But it's probably not coming out early. I was very surprised. I mean, I know there's a bot draft, so it's hard to read sometimes, but I know they just go by the cards that are like the most highest. They pick the cards for the highest picks. So, yeah, it was awkward. Like, I'm a little surprised removal didn't come around a little more. I mean, this isn't an amazing hand, but we do have 2 disguised creatures, so we don't have green though. We got our white for our Lightning Helix. But we can get started here, so I'm gonna keep it. Let's make them think we're playing Boros. What could go wrong, right? Well, if we're gonna 0-3, this is probably the deck we're gonna 0-3 with. Let's get this out. At least this. We have the colors to turn. Person of interest, that's good. Part of me wants to attack with this, but part of me feels like we may need it if we don't hit a forest. And we can start attacking in with these next turn, depending on what they do, I suppose. You control 3 or more artifacts. Sacrifice this case, put 4+1/+1 counters on target non-creature artifact. It becomes 0/0 bird creature. Okay, well, that's a thing. So we are going to start attacking as we miss our land drop. Okay, so we're 1 land drop away basically from being able to turn this and we need a forest to be able to turn that, so... Four or five. Our hand is super dead right now. Can't even play this face up. Let's see what they do. I mean, they're kind of stuck on land too, I suppose. Kind of wondering if I should cut a plains, go with one plains, and we have the card that can fetch it. Well, that would be good if we had a forest, maybe. Yikes. We're just stuck. We got nothing we can actually do. They hit a land. This is ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. At least we can do something here. Okay. What can we do? We could turn this. We could turn this. I mean, this thing is a 5/4. It can buff its power for a turn. I mean, this would be good maybe to Fanatical Strength later. I see what they're doing there. Let's just attack. Yeah, I could flip if they were to attack. I don't know if they would, though. I don't know if they'd into full mana with my mana open. Guess we probably want to get rid of this one. Under the circumstances, I don't think that's a bad trade. We don't need them drawing cards. As if this game isn't slow enough. Although if we started hitting forests, I don't know, maybe we'd be okay. Maybe. I mean, I only have 26 cards left in my deck. So, like, right? Right. Oh, they have high alert. That's interesting. So, I mean, that makes that better, I guess. 4/4. We'll just take it. Guess they missed with that. Or it isn't solved yet. They have to pay to solve it. Okay. This one's painful. I mean, they have a lot of cards too. Are they missing a color? Or they just have a lot of big stuff in their hand? I don't know. That's just silly. You know we're gonna draw that last plays before we draw forest, and we're gonna get the card that lets you search, the green card, before we draw forest. We know that's happening. We know that's happening. At this point, neither am I. I mean, I guess there's something to be said for, like, do you just not run a removal, like, other than bite down on crime, and you just try to outrun every game and try to be more consistent? Maybe. Maybe. Ugh. Yeah, I think the mulligan, like, I think it was still, like, a fine keep. I mean, it kind of sucks, of course. But, like, considering the amount of forests in the deck, the amount of red cards in the deck, that we had a good opener. It's just kind of crazy that we're stuck on 6 land and got no forest. I mean, can it happen? Yeah, but... right? Well, yeah. True. Because at least if you have the green, you have a chance of grabbing, whatchamacallit, the card that lets you search for the white. The thing is, even if we had a forest instead of the plains here, I think we're still losing this game. Stuck on 6 lands. And they have 9 lands. Hey, person of interest. We can gum up the ground even more. Wow, that flyer kills us. Yeah, it's best of 1. So, but yeah, normally correct. I would just concede if we were going to sideboards. Because, yeah. They don't need to see all my people of interest. Which I do like that card. I'll give it that. Novice Inspector. Now they're going off. Now they're just going off. I'm just considering conceding just to concede at this point. This is just painful now. So, oh yeah, another flyer. Oh, there you go. Now we'll draw a forest. Okay then. GG's, opponent. GG's. Telling you, if we're ever gonna go with 3, this is the deck to do it with. I don't like it. But yeah, let's look at. I don't know. I don't know. Like, yes, part of me is like, get rid of the white. Right, backyard? Yes. I mean, part of me is like, get rid of the white and just deal with not having removal. Right? Like, that's one way to look at it. I mean, again, the fanatical strength, we can maybe finagle into removal if we play our cards right. See what I did there? Or just race, if that's the case, right? Like, that's one option. The other option is cut one of the planes, add a forest. I don't know. And we had 7 forests in our deck. It wasn't good enough. Thanks, Arena. That was just mean. At that point, that was just mean. They should not have given us the forest. Yeah, so either one of the two. We either try to go without removal. Any other double red? Like in the board? Not in the board. We just got this. Just that. We have the hybrid casting costs. We only have 1 double green. Let's start with this. What if I did this? Let's run this. And if we still don't like what happens, I can take out the helix. And then, I don't know if that will be much better, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, our deck last week was pretty solid. Like, I really liked playing it. I had fun with it. This is bleh. Although, let's see how it goes. If we play a game where we actually have mana, that might be more fun. How does Lorcana work again? I might have to start streaming that. Alright. So we got our colors. And a pretty good hand. I mean, I would like a 2-drop, but we can keep this. I'm going to play this forest. Just because I never had the opportunity to before. Mm-hmm. P Defender, yes. Yep. Correct, backyard. Yes. Long goodbye. That's fine. Well, long goodbye that all you want. It is like we already won, isn't it? Well, they got tricks. Don't I just sit here and take another 3, though? Yeah, you know what? That's fine. I'll take 3. Hide in plain sight. With Cloak, they turn face up for their casting costs. Is that the deal? No land, so I guess it was good that we did this. That's fine. Let's just get in there. Alright, hey, we won a game. How about that? Our opponent just kind of got whittled down, but that's a good example of what I was talking about earlier in this particular format. Like, our opponent had great removal spells, but they had to take the turn off to use them, and I just kept going. I was just dropping stuff. So, and it wasn't even anything big. You know, the 4/4, sure, but, like, that was kind of that, so... Imagine that, like when you get a forest, you can actually win the game. Hey, we didn't 0-3 this. I'm already, that to me, that's already a moral victory. This deck was rough. Alright, but it played well there. Like, I can't complain, like, honestly. I mean, that felt pretty good. Okay, we have a 1-drop. We have this coming up. We have a 1, 2, 3, and I got 2 forests and 2 mountains. Let's keep it. 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Like that. I like that. Now there's an embarrassment of riches. Yeah, that's true, Bob. Like, it's not even always going to be your answer. Especially later in the game, right? Like you want to cast that on turn, like, 2, right? Maybe, I guess. Oh, I can actually play this now. Ahead of curve. Which I might as well do. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I didn't just do that in the first game. Like, why didn't I just draw on a curve? Right? What murder? Wow, if they want to murder that, I can get behind that. For sure, for sure. Do I want the land? Probably, right? I have 2. Well, probably not. I have 2 more forests coming. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I mean, it's not like they don't give me forests when I need them, right? Person of interest. That can't block. We don't want to lose that. It's just too good right now. So let's just do this. Attack. It's our own person of interest. Crime novelist. Some good plays there. Okay, we don't want to lose this. No sense throwing that away to throw it away, so let's just do this. Attack, attack. Sure, sure. And then that. Another crime novelist. They really gum up the board. I would say just take it. So our thing, which we can flip, right? Yeah. Will be bigger if I don't block and lose a creature. Alright. Or we could play this. But this is going to be big. Let's do this. They only have black and red. I mean, they could have the lifelink death touch thingamabobber. If they do, that would suck. Maybe I'll play this a little slower, which I usually don't do. Let's throw this out there and kind of like use that for bait. And like just see if we can, we'll attack with it and see if they want to mess around with it. So you would have gone for it, Bob? I mean, they would have blocked with something. And then I guess the question is... I'm going to take this. Wow, that makes things a little more interesting. Because now we'll definitely be able to see what they got. Let's do this. Yeah, let's get him to use the removal. I don't know if suspecting it matters that much at this point. I mean, they're going to have to joint block it anyway. But I think we're going to do it. We're going to be on the offensive now anyway. Here it comes. There it was. There it was. Okay, good. Good, good, good. They still got one card in hand, but I like our position right now. Well, 2 cards now. Yeah, I knew they had that. I knew the opponent had that. There's also the one that kills something that you've done damage to this turn, which only costs 1 or 2. I think 2, right? If I remember that correctly. What is this? Okay. Person of interests. So they're like completely open? Is that for real? Well, okay. There you go. 2 games. This deck's doing a lot better than I thought it would. Now, and I gotta admit, like, Lightning Helix has been a non-factor in those last 2 games. So, do we need it? Maybe not. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, right? Like, you know what? Let's just yank it and put in this in. You know, and I think that's one of those things, like I was saying with this particular set, like, limited here is it's just, I'm not used to playing limited the way you kind of have to play it here. I typically like control decks more. That's true. Chase can be the death touch. That's true. Bean pot. Yeah. We can do that. We can make that work. The first striker. I'll take a look after this game. I'm trying to remember which one that was. Now everybody's got forests. Combat. Oh, the combat trick first strike card. Okay, yes. Yeah, that's true. That could work as removal, right? That might be a good idea. I'll put that in next game. Good call on that. I was looking at creatures and think about that. Person of interest. Let me get a little aggressive here, see what they do. They'll probably just take this. Huh. We can still play this. Surveil. Yeah, I want the land. Okay. Oh, they're stuck on land. I didn't even notice that. Well, I guess it's time to... Let's hit 3. Play this. Alright, that's game. Yeah, that sucks though. Opponent was stuck on the 2 lands. We've been there, right? First game, that was us. So thanks, Bob. Yeah, that was quick at least. Yeah, aggro in general, I think, is just where you want to be, like, in this set. Yeah, Beba. It don't feel good. That's for sure. Okay, so... What was the first strike? Target creature gets +3 and gains first strength to end a turn to investigate. If we were to bring that in... No, I already did bring it in. I got 2 of those. The chase is on. Okay, and then I could put probably that back. Unless there's something else in here. Oh, you know what? I still got this in my deck. Goodbye. Well, this one I can flip, though. The Crowd Control Warden. I can play face down and turn it, which is how you want to play it anyway, right? Because, like, I mean, 4/4 for 5 is something, but, like, you want it to turn. So we'll put this back in then. Yay. All right. What is that? 3 wins, 3 and 1. I don't know how that happened. Actually, this deck isn't that bad. It's like I didn't love it when we were drafting. But again, you know, maybe I was a little too caught up on removal. And in a normal set, I feel like removal is important. Like in this set, racing is the most important thing. Sometimes removal actually distracts you from the race, which is not good. So, looks like our opponent took them all again. Yeah, it actually has been good. That was one of the cards I was like, oh, I'm not thrilled about this one. And it's totally doing work now. Go figure. This is kind of a nice open. Attack. Then do this. Hide in plain sight. They might be scared of our open mana here, even though we don't have anything. Right. I don't know, last week I liked the deck we built. I was like, yeah, this is pretty fun. We went 5-3. I mean, we had one, like, mana game where we didn't get mana. Another game that was like really close, I think, and we just lost at the end. But they were pretty, you know, pretty tight games. Well, I mean, I could just do this. I usually don't like being but I mean, we can't with the ward. We'd have to get that. That's not worth it. So okay, I could offer a trade, and it's a little risky. I don't want to lose this, but if my opponent values this and they have no open mana, I don't know. Oh, well, or they just block here, because I'm not going to run that into that. So let's just play the hide in plain sight. Here we go. See, now these are the cards you want to hide in plain sight, right? Another one of those. Yeah, we don't have a great attack there. All right. Yeah, but you're right. The Bragger is a lot better than I gave it credit for when we were drafting. Like, granted, when you're behind, it's not a great card, but like, if you're just in a board stall, it can help. It has helped, so. So we have 5 here. Could turn that face up. What do they have? One swamp open. I mean, it could kind of sort of backfire, but like I'm not losing much. They got a trick. That's what I thought. But that's good. I think kind of getting that out is better than sitting out, having that sit in their hand. was thinking about attacking Bob 2 with the Mass Maker, because I could have pumped that if need be, but I think that actually worked fine. Because then I would have just probably ran this into something, or maybe they would have taken one, maybe, but... That gives us some options. We can turn this. I mean, do they have another one of these? I don't know if I can play around that possibility at this point. We also have the Fanatical Strength option. We also can bite something now. Yeah, true. True. If they are holding removal. Let's do this. Let's attack. Took it. Clue. Alright, so a couple more cards. Opponent's on 3 colors. I guess that's worth noting. Yeah. Didn't have anything there. Dropped a land. One card that they just got. So yeah, they probably are digging. True. I mean, next turn we could bite down. Or we could Fanatical Strength. I mean, that could be pretty rough on our opponent. Because basically, if they triple blocked and didn't turn anything, which, I mean, they won it. Unless they, like, play something random here. So they want to keep their stuff back to turn it. This is a sorcery. We can actually do both. So then the question is, it's just a guessing game at that point. But that kind of sounds fun. So let's do that. Alright. Target creature I control. Target creature you control. Let's get the one in the middle. We have to pay 2 more. Yep. Yeah, Bob agreed. I think that's the way to go here. So now they got a decision to make, I suppose. Whether it's to turn anything, that creature in particular, probably. They don't. Let's pay. Okay. Now... Now let's get aggressive. Let's see what they got. We do get the trample damage, though. And our mountain survived. That's what's important. That's ultimately what's important. Yikes. It's got trample. Five to turn. Let's do this. I mean, we're gonna lose quickly if this just continues, unless we can, like, just sort of outrun the opponent and trick them maybe with this trample damage. Like, if they get aggressive and attack with this thing, I think we got him, right? Unless they, like, joint block this for some reason. I mean, and at some point they gotta attack, right? Or I guess maybe they don't. Yes, if he swings, we're golden. I mean, we're at 18, right? You gotta do something to us. Can't just sit there and draw cards forever. Well, that's a thing. Yeah, no, I agree. We'll take the damage. We got another blocker. Yeah, we're gonna let him draw cards. We're gonna hope we get a real good draw here. Well, they don't know what we got. Unless they block here and here, we win, right? So, let's make them guess. I like where this is going. I like where this is going. Okay, let's turn the right card. Wow. All right. That was crazy. That was crazy. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Becker. Yeah, I mean, if they block differently, we lose, I guess. But like, we had a 2 out of 3 chance. So like, basically, I mean, I suppose they could have double blocked, but why would they, right? Like, all right. So that's 4 wins, 4-1. Um, I'm gonna get some water, take a quick break. Um, I won't be long though. So let me see. I might just pay some bills here, play a quick ad, and yeah, hopefully. Easy 5-5. Yes. All right. I will be right back once I get all these menus working for me here. Getting back into all this stuff. So, all right. I will right, I am back. Let's move on to the next game. So, good games today. The first one was kind of like, you know. And we did have that one game where our opponent only had 2 lands. I mean, those aren't fun. But the other games have been good. Yikes. Yeah, I don't think we can keep this. I mean, we have Disguise. We have a 4-drop. Like, we have a good 3-4 situation. But I don't like it. 3 lands, it's a little better. This would give us 2, couple 4s. This is a good card. So this person of interest. I guess the question is, what do we ship here? I might could be risky and send the land, but I don't really want to do that. We're going first. Probably the person of interest. I don't know. Part of me's like, is it better to go wide or is it better to go tall? I think in this format, wide. But I would have a hard time getting rid of this 4/4 vigilance for 4. That also has an ability. Alright. Don't know if that's the right choice, but it is a choice. Nevertheless. Opponent's playing blue. I don't have a lot of faith in blue in this set, so maybe that's good for us, but we'll see. More blue. Just gotta draw that land. Good thing I didn't ship a land, I guess. Well, no land, but we got something out of this. Looting. I think what I'll do is just hold everything back. So if they attack because they really want to loot, I'll trade with them, and that's fine. At least we have a play here. Hate missing that land, though. Really felt like we should have had the ability to go up to 4 here. Addictive. Okay. More looting, huh? More looting. What did they get rid of? Hedge Whisper. Man, no lands. Alright. Okay. It's gonna be like that, huh? Probably just take the 2, right? Okay. I would. I would. Sure. Sure. What did they loot away there? Well, again, no land. However, pretty decent draw. There's a green. And what's this do? Kill us. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose 1 cloak or put +1/+1. Yeah, that will probably beat us. So let's kill this looter. Maybe. Alright, this gives us something. What can we do? What can we do? We can hide in plain sight. We could play this. This is a 4/4. It makes them... I mean, if they can't get rid of it... I might play this. I mean, it keeps Vannifar off our back. And I could attack with it, too. And they're going to have to decide then what they're going to do. Oh, what? Sure. And this thing's probably a stupid land, you know? Oh, this is all face down creatures, so that's interesting. I don't like getting 2 for 1 by this thing, but we do investigate at least, so that's a thing. I could turn this now. Could turn that. That would be what, a 7/7? Pretty good. That's not as good. Out cold. Tempo plays there. Can hit for 6. Or I can hit for 3. And play 2 blockers. Let's do that. Attack for 3. Hide in plain sight. This is backfiring on them. We're both at 5, though. I mean, anything could happen here. Alright. Yeah, I mean, barring some crazy card in their hand. Yeah, they were some chunky face down boys. I think that kind of backfired on our opponent. But I do think... I felt like we had that. Thanks, Bob. Because I was going to get this untapped next turn, too. So, like, let's say we lose a creature here. I could flip this, attack, attack, attack. Like, yeah, we had them. They didn't know we had the double strike, but, like, the double strike trample, but we had that. And we could maybe have used this if needed to, but yeah, I think we got this. Thanks, Khalud. Appreciate it. All right, we're doing good. What was that, 5? We're 5-1. Last week we did 5-3, and I liked our deck better, so go figure. I guess we could lose the next 2 games, but... All right. We got a card. 5 wins. This deck's doing good. Started off a little rocky start. Little rocky start. But, yeah, that's 5 in a row now, so we keep going. Keep the train going. Okay. This isn't too bad. Like, I think it's a definite keep. I would like to get something to disguise. We are going first. I mean, this is a thing. I mean, this card can, like, close out the game for you. I've had people play that against me and just beat me with it, you know. So it can be a beating, but again, it has to be kind of a tight game. It's got to go a little longer. I don't mind drawing the land there. Thing that makes the bats out of the graveyard. Okay. Well, this deck, it won't be too hard to get power 8 on the battlefield. I mean, if nothing happens to this creature, we're going to be at 7 if I play Person of Interest, so... what meta? Alright. I see. I see. It's going to be like that, huh? Alright. Well, let's keep going wide. 2 and 2. I could play this next turn. Again, if these survive, then this gets solved. And then the 5/5 could potentially have trample and get bigger. Right. Discard 2 cards. It's awkward. What do we want to get rid of? I mean, this activates this, but we need this to do it. I'm going big. Let's draw land. If we don't, our opponent's kind of tempoing themselves anyway with that play, so it is what it is. You have the same idea, Bob. Good, good. Makes me feel more confident in my decision here. Yeah, we'll take that. So we know our opponent must have, like, the Death Touch Lifelink. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot. That can't block. Okay, that's why they did that. We hit the land. Yay. So do I have to do anything to solve this? Creatures you control have total power 8 or greater. If unsolved, solve the... Oh, beginning your end step. Okay, so it happens next turn. Let's get aggressive. They can kill one of these. Which is fine, because this remains solved, right? Or I guess no, it doesn't. It would have to get to the end of my turn. Oh, so that was dangerous. But they didn't want to wait. If they did have a play, they didn't want to waste it, I guess. So they probably should have, but they might not have a removal spell. But yeah, you're right. I should have backed off on that. I jumped the gun on that. I got lucky, but yeah, I shouldn't have attacked with this. I was thinking it solved immediately, and then it's like, oh, it's end of turn, and then yeah. in spite of it though, we're still okay. So now they really need to have an answer for the 5/5. We're out of cards. I mean, they do have 4 cards in hand, but they did stumble on land. So okay, they got that. They can surveil. I mean, they should be able to hit land. Oh, one would think, right? Yes, that was lucky. Better lucky than good. Artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. Okay. It's interesting. Yup. Okay. Well, now I can attack with everything relatively safely. We can turn this face down. Next turn we can put it face up. Should put us in a decent place. This is... hang on. Okay. So we want to kill that. Opponent's down to 8. Face down. I mean, they can't attack with the... I mean, this has menace. They either have to play something. Okay, they did. They get to surveil. I guess that's the key here. They have 1 black open. They could absorb 5 damage from a trample. Okay. Let's see how they block. They have to double block. They have to block 2 here. He's got menace. I think they just realized that. They're panicking. I can see the opponent might be panicking. So yeah, I think we got him, right? Because that's gonna be a 6/6 when we turn it. They're gonna double block that. It takes 7. Well, that works, I guess. 3, 4, 5, and I said it's gonna be 6, right? Yeah. Or no, it's 5. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't count for itself. Guess not. Oh, other creature. Okay. It doesn't count as itself. So the other thing I could have done is given that trample, but I think what I did was better. Okay. Alright, that's their play. The game's over, I guess. They can play, well, they can they afford that? Putrid Warrior. They're playing this out, huh? There we go. Alright, good game. GG's, GG's. Opponent got stuck on land, though, again. That kind of sucked. They did play their cards, though. They only had one card in hand, so... But they just probably couldn't play it fast enough to keep up with what we were doing. Yeah, it is what it is. Alright, so that's 6 wins. So, only one more game if we win, 2 more games if we lose, right? So, yeah, we'll take it, I guess. And we lost a rough one at the beginning, right? So, this 6 in a row, though. I'm feeling pretty good. Let's jump in. See if we can close this out. I haven't trophied this set yet. True, Collude. True. I know, Bob. I was like, I don't like this deck. Yeah, and without the splash, it's been good. I mean, the second game I kept it, but it didn't really play a factor. And then third game was gone, and yeah. Yeah, I mean, it reinforces like what I said in the beginning, and probably should have trusted myself, is, you know what? Removal in this set is not as good as they think it's going to be. Like, other limited environments, it can be critical. This one is just so weird. Speaking of weird, this is a weird hand. We do have a 2-drop. We have 2 3-drops, so I guess this is a keep. We even have this little trick. So, yeah, I think this is a fine keep, but our opponents took them all again. You know, I would have liked... I don't know. Actually, maybe this isn't a bad hand. We are on the play. This deck definitely wants to be on the play. Wow. Uh-oh. I know that trick. First of interest is good, as long as we can draw into a land. I mean, that actually makes this hand feel better. I mean, this is a creature, but I really want to land. Yeah, probably, right, Bob? We would have got no lands, and then we would have been down to, like, then all mountains and green cards. Alright, well, that's a thing that just happened. Still no land, though, but... I think this is the better of the 2 cards, so I might run this out first. So this thing is menace now. This could be a big beater if we're able to like play these 2 cards on this thing at some point. And just trample double strike the opponent to death. Of course, I don't see all these cards sticking around that long, probably. Especially when they're playing black and red. The murder mana is up, I suppose. But that is okay. No murder there. I would have loved to have had a land to play this, but that did not happen. I'm going to play this, though. There's the murder. Great use of murder. Thank you. They probably have another one in their hand. That's probably why they were so free with it. This is awkward. Well, I think we just have to move on this, right? Like, we got to race before our opponent overtakes us with their resources that we do not have right now. Okay, so they did not... I could play this, and then I could Fanatical Strength it, which would make it a 4/5 if I need to. Just about fail. Search your library for basic land. Reveal it. They're five colors. Are they playing a 5-color deck? I mean, they got 3 so far, I suppose. Let's see what they grab. Forest. Okay. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, this is coming in again. Yeah, no, I agree, Bob. I think this is the right move. If they did attack with this. I mean, they didn't, but that's fine. We still have the strength then. Alright. Alright, Mr. Menace. Come on now. Menace Death Touch. Yikes. Okay. A little wasted mana there, but... Okay, so this gets interesting. I say attack, and then depending on what they do, we could use strength here. Or if we don't need to, we just play this, because we can play it for 2. Actually, we can do both, because we can play it for 2. That's the thing. That's the ticket. Puts us in a nice place. They got 3 mana. There are 3 cards. A Leyline of the Guild Pact. Well, if they sold that card, they would be the winner. Alright. We did it. We did it. Holy cow. The true winner is the player that ends up with the Leyline of the Guild Pact in the end, right? That pays for lunch. So there you go. Wow. So that was pretty cool. All right. 7 in a row. We lost the first game. We tweaked. We got rid of the splash. It went well after that. So that was awesome. Cool. Yeah. Thanks, Bob. That was really fun. And you know, the deck, when I first put it together, you know, like you said, I was like, this is okay. You know, I liked last week's deck better, or whatever. But yeah, it was pretty tight. You know, I think the curve was good. I was really caught up on not having enough removal, and obviously it didn't matter because you can just outrun everything in this format. So you can just play with no removal apparently. Because did I even use like? I mean, I used, I guess, the combat trick that one time, or once or twice, to remove a creature, and I used the bite once. Like, yeah. Thanks, Khalid, and thank you, Backyard. Yeah, those are fun games actually. A couple, I guess, say, the first one we lost, we just got kind of run over, and there were 2 wins where our opponent really got stuck on lands, and and that kind of sucks. But other than that, there were some pretty good games. That was great. So 2 packs, 950 gems. So yay, we did it. So, exactly, Bob. Better lucky than good. There was that one bad attack in there. That could have backfired. That could have backfired. Yeah, right. Like, that's the thing, Khalid, is it was like, you had, like, when you looked at that draft, there were a couple times they did pass removal, especially in the beginning when we weren't sure exactly what color we were going to go into or what colors. But we didn't pass that much. Once we kind of figured out what we were doing, like, it wasn't coming, like, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, but go wide. That is the key to Murders at Karlov Manor. Go wide and race. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't let up for a second. Like, the opponent that made us discard those 2 cards, we tempoed them. It was they tempoed themselves. Like, normally, that probably would have been a good play. In this format, like, you can't. You just can't. You can't take the turn off. And even removal sometimes backfires because people take the turn off to remove 1 creature and then 2 more replace it. It's like, it's crazy. So yeah, this format's something, Let's go. Shall we open a few packs? I have all these packs in here. I don't even know what to open. Let's open a few of them. What is all this stuff? And we could open some more Karlov packs. We've been doing that. Maybe open like 5 packs today to close things out for the day. The Pseudo Coco. You're right. Yeah. That card was good. Like, again, because it helps you go wide, and it also gives you some other options too amongst that. So, and when that one turn, it was really great for when we had to when we looked at the cards and there were no lands coming. We really needed lands, so I mean that was just luck, but that's a good thing. Let's open some murders at Karlov Manor. Maybe we can get our own Leyline of Guild pack. Or we can get Case of the Ransacked Lab. One of the 2. They're both good. Both great cards. Alright, let's open another one. Okay. We'll take that. I don't mind getting some wild cards for sure. Because at some point I gotta play Constructed again. Aurelia's Vindicator. I actually played with that card yesterday. I did a draft. I went 4-3. I went 4-3. And this was for the patron stream. And that was my first pick 1, pack 1. I only drew it 1 time, I think. I only got to play it 1 time, I know. And it was a bomb. Like, it did win me a game. It just never came up, unfortunately, but it was good. It was a good card for that, anyway. Open a couple more packs. We have all these packs. I would do like a pack opening stream or something. Aurelia, the Law Above. Could be fun for Commander, maybe. Or Brawl, right? Right. And Pops, Edectic, Edectic memory. Is that how you say it? Edectic? Okay. What does that even do? I don't recognize that card. Enters the battlefield, draw a card, no maximum hand size, being a combat turn. Draw more than one card this turn. Put X plus one. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, I don't know. I think I'll start wrapping things up. But hey, thank y'all who came and watched. Thanks for everybody too in the chat who kept me company as I played, and that was fun. I'm glad we got to go 7-1 that time. I was really wanted to kind of get through get 7 wins off one of these, and it happened. And like you said, Bob, not with the deck I thought it would happen with, but again, I think that was a good lesson for me too. Like when it comes to drafting in the future, stay on curve, go wide, make sure you're picking cards where you can keep the pressure on, and if you end up with only like 2 pieces of removal, well, you end up with only 2 pieces of removal. You don't want anything in this format to slow you down. Like that splash potentially could have continued to slow us down. So it could have cost us games. So hey, it was a good I think it was a good experiment anyway to kind of see definitely how this plays. But yeah, this is a weird format. I like it though. I like it. I just feel like the only thing I'll say though is you don't have the opportunity to play a lot of different ways, I don't think. And certain colors are definitely better. And I know that's true to some degree with all limited environments, but I feel like red and white are very good. Green's also very good. Black and blue, I'm not crazy about. I mean, I'm sure you can get the right draft deck and do well, or maybe just the right bomb. I got that creature that gives everything wither. I played against that yesterday, and that was just a beating. If you can't remove it, you're just in trouble. But stuff like that could happen. But for the most part, I just feel like you kind of always have to. You have to play a certain way, no matter what color combination you're in. And I think that could get a little stale probably relatively quickly, right? With that being said, I'm kind of having fun with it. I don't usually play so aggressive. I like kind of more slower, more control-y builds, and I can't do that here. It's just not an option. So I have to kind of come out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I like it. So I'm having a good time. Maybe I'll become a red player. Yeah, that's true, Bob. Blue a lot of times is tough and limited because blue tends to have a lot of those kind of sit back and control elements, and you can. I've had good draft decks like that, and I've had good even sealed decks like that occasionally. But you have to really get enough pieces, and if you don't, you're in trouble. But yeah, and construct is of course a different story, where blue of course is blue, But yeah. And I think they've done a better job in recent years making, blue not seem so dominant, and, have white's had a lot of great cards, which is good. I think that's they've done a better job with that than they have in the past, or at certain periods of time anyway. so yeah. But, and he's still, when you think back, the whole width of the game, when you're looking at vintage and legacy, yeah, blue and black, especially blue, black, red, maybe to a degree, but those are still the colors, right? Well, look at the prices of the dual lands, right? Underground Sea, blue and black. Yeah, that's what you want to play with, really. So, oh well. But anyway, again, thank you all for being here today. Had a good time, good stream, fun games, and like I said, thanks for all the chat. We had a good time here. So I love doing this. It's interesting because I said, I think a couple weeks ago when I started streaming again, I don't know how many people will be interested, because the people that watch my channel, a lot of them are more interested in just card prices, right? They might not even play that much. But it's kind of nice, even if it's a smaller group of people, that we can get together, draft, and kind of have fun once a week or so. And yeah, it was a good time. So thank y'all. Yeah, well, that's true, Bob. Gruul and Rakdos typically seem to be just good directions, right? Because again, the aggressive nature, I think. they tend to, either be a little faster. They usually have good removal options. I mean, black usually brings good removal to the table. But like, it's so weird in this set. Like, you think murder would be like just a great, like, and it's a great card, but like it's not something I want to first pick here. There's other formats where I would have first picked it, right? And I think back in the day when it was in a core set, I think I did first pick that card. like that was like, oh yeah, I'll take that. But yeah, like in this set, you're just kind of like look what happened to my opponent that used murder on my 2/1, right? Now maybe they shouldn't have done that, but still, it just tempoed them. Yeah, I just kept going, kept rolling, Thanks, Backyard. I appreciate that. And you have a band player at heart. Yeah. I don't know. I think if I could just choose any colors, probably blue, black, or blue, red, right? I don't know. I like blue. I like control. Blue, black, control. Those are good times. But I will say, in recent years, like, I've gotten more into red and more aggressive stuff anyway. Like, Boros can be fun and stuff. I played a Boros deck yesterday in draft, and it wasn't like the Boros deck, Like, there is the Boros deck that's awesome in Karlov, but it was a Boros deck, and it was fine. But yeah, I had fun with it. Like, I don't know. Like, after a long time of being a control player, something to be said about just like turning cards sideways. It is kind of cool. Gotta force Grixis into every format over here. Yeah, what was the format? It was a core set. Core set 20. I can't remember. 2019 maybe. But there was a core set where you had to play like blue or black or you're doing it wrong. And I don't know if anybody remembers that. I remember like drafting that set. And like once you figured it out, you're like, oh, well, I just have to force blue and black every single time if I want to win. And everyone was trying to do the same thing. And it was super awkward. And when you played the bot drafts, the bots were taking all the blue and black cards because they were the most picked cards. So it was like super. So everyone was playing these bot drafts and getting like a mediocre blue black deck. And that's all you played against. It was a bunch of mediocre blue black decks. I'm pretty sure it was core set 2019, but I don't remember. It was a core set. I didn't remember that. It was funny though. It was like every deck was the same. It was just a mediocre black blue deck, which is still better than everything else. But anyway. So, well, like I said, I will wrap it up. But thank you all again. I had a good time today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And next week, we'll do our videos like normal. Probably Tuesday and Wednesday again. Do our hot cards or cold cards, and then stream again. Fridays seem to be pretty good. I'll probably keep that up for right now, and seems to be a decent time. So anyway, have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.